Hello, hello, my beautiful beloveds. Thank you so much for being here and thank you for your presence. Whew, I believe this will just be a quickie with stars. So if you have a few moments to enjoy with me, let's get right to it, shall we? Today, or what's been coming through for me or shifting for me, let's say that shifting is my idea and understanding of success. Every morning when I wake up, I say a number of affirmations to start the day, a little prayer, connecting with my guides, and just set the intention for the day. And one of the things that I would say, I don't remember where I learned this, but I'm wildly successful, or maybe just created it on my own, but wildly successful beyond my wildest dreams. It's happening faster than I could possibly imagine in ways I never could have begun to fathom. And that's one of the affirmations I used to start my day with. And for me, success previously was more about business and career success and successful in a more external way in that sense, and what we really value as success in this society. And I have put a lot of energy into that. I have put a lot of my being into that, creating and being successful, putting this out there with the idea of it leading somewhere and leading to, more successful, like connecting with clients, connecting with, or just sharing its success. Growing my business, let's just say that. And getting the word out about sacred sexuality, right? Filling programs, filling pilgrimages, right? Getting people interested in getting involved. And that's what I was basing success on. The numbers, the followers, the subscribers. That's success, right? The more people that are connecting with this, the more successful I feel. So that's really been shifting for me recently and I know I talk about this all the time, the external, putting so much emphasis on the external, needing the external to validate us and make us feel worthy and that we're doing a good job and that we're in alignment, right? So, and it's so subtle and so sneaky, and there's many different ways that this can show up. For me at one point it was having a house, right? Then I got the house, and turns out that didn't really feel as awesome as I thought it might, and things shifted for me too. So then for a long time it was, I have to hold on to this house, I have to hold on to this house, I have to hold on to it. That's what I believed was so important in my life. And then when I finally let it go, there was just so much freedom, and it's just like, wow, why was I doing that? It didn't serve me, it didn't fit for me. It was something that it was a learned pattern and behavior, really, and a lot built up into this idea of this house and having that, owning a home, right? It's really so supported in our society and so cherished, and this is what you're supposed to do, right? So, but I got there, I did that, and it didn't really change anything for me, right? I mean, it was a lovely home, that was great, and it was fun to decorate, but you know what I'm saying? It didn't bring like that internal, confidence and self-love and all those things that I'm now I talk about this a lot, not externalizing, and again, it is sneaky the ways it can show up. A lot of the things, like I was just saying, I have cleared away and let go of, but it still shows up in different ways, even when I'm trying to be very heart-based and move from my heart and not out of fear and not attached to numbers or not attached to outcome, right? We talk about that quite a bit on this channel too, attachment to outcome. And I continue to work through this, and I had a real breakthrough, I don't know, like not this last summer, but the summer before, and a previous business thing that I was working with just kind of fell apart because I realized so much of it was based on moving from a place of fear and lack, right? So I'm much more in my heart now, and I know for me it's really about like these experiences, like going on pilgrimage with a group of people, leading people on that. It's more for me about the experience now that I just think would be so much fun, or it has been fun, but I want to continue that. I want to continue creating pilgrimages, because it really speaks to my soul, and I think it would be a lot of fun. So I really focus more on the experience of it versus like, you know, that could be, people get really caught up in the financial, like I got to make money. And I've really, really pulled back from doing everything I'm doing based on that, based on getting money or, well, yeah, I guess money. A lot of us are really focused on that, and a lot that we do is based around, especially professionally or career-wise, it's based around making an income, right? So I just keep letting go of that more and more and more, so I can just really be in my heart and sharing from my authentic passion and desire, and I was gonna say longing, but yeah, there's a longing to connect with others around all of this, and share and elevate our consciousness around sacred sexuality, and on the spiritual path, right? People to walk the path with. So it's really been shifting for me even more around the success. It's not filling a pilgrimage, right? Because that's what it was for me. Even if it's heart-based, it was still kind of about an external thing, right? About, filling a pilgrimage. It's coming more and more into now, for me, my idea of success is self-love. So much of my path has been about that, right? Coming into greater self-love, coming into my heart, moving from a heart-based place, just being authentic, my authentic self, not worrying about what people think of me. What do I look like? Am I articulating this clear enough? You know, we can go into so much self-judgment and comparing and contrasting, and really keep ourselves shut down for fear of not being perfect, not having it all figured out, not doing it right, people not appreciating us or not resonating with what we're sharing. We just got to keep letting go of that and keep pushing back on that when it shows up for us. And I continue. That's what this channel has really ultimately been about for me. It's me continuing to step into who I am and showing up and sharing regardless of how I think, you know, did I say it perfectly? Are people into this? How's it being received? Is anybody interested? I'm interested. I'm excited about this. I love to share about it. And that's all that matters, right? That's all that needs to matter to us, is, are we having fun with this life? Are we living our life? Are we living in our authenticity? Are we in our heart space? Are we lit up, right? Are we having fun? And that can't be based upon what you think of me, right? It just can't. It doesn't mean I don't, love connection. And, it's great when we're having fun and resonating with each other and seeing each other and hearing each other and meeting each other in these passions, in whatever lights us up, right? But it can't be based on that. It can't be dependent on your reaction to me or how you see me or, accept me, right? We have to love and accept ourselves and just shine our light bright and be in our passion. So the more I come into loving myself and loving how I've shown up, loving this really interesting, unique little ball of energy, right? I have my own little frequency that I'm rocking out here, just like you have your frequency that you're rocking out. The more clear we get on our frequencies, the more we clear away the frequencies that aren't ours, that we've taken on from society, all those limiting beliefs or not feeling enough, not worthy, in lack, all of these things. When we clear and clear and clear and we get down to the truth of our frequency, and we can just be so free in that, we're so light and free. And I continue to move more and more and more into that space and into that experience. So now my version of success, my idea of success, is something very different than even just a week ago. It was still kind of like, success will be when I'm leading 3 pilgrimages per year to sacred sites around the planet. That's going to be amazing fun, right? I still want to do those things, but I can't base my version of success and what is successful to me on that anymore. I just feel like for me, it's really moving into my heart even more now. And success for me is about loving myself and shining my light bright and just really being so free And then whatever happens from that is just going to be amazing and fun when we're not locked into those other things so much, those external ideas of success. So it's been a real undoing and an undoing and an undoing. And I just dropped down to another level of undoing this version of success that I guess I was attached to, right? So that's the spiritual path, continuing to relinquish attachments that are kind of limiting us. Even when some of them look like they're healthy and heart-based, they, when we get under them, it's just like, oh, actually, that's still coming from a place of lack, in some sense. Again, I look forward to those pilgrimages, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun, but it was still an external success. So it's moving into my heart. So I just really wanted to, explore that and bring that, bring that in for our discussion right now, and help you to maybe look at that for yourself. What is success for you, and what is it for you? Is it heart-based, or is it lack and fear-based, right? And then I think about our sexuality. For a lot of people, success is having an orgasm, making their partner have an orgasm. And that's still very externally based, right? When I'm thinking of success in a sexual encounter or connection, it's really about the connection, right? It's about being present. It's about, the connection with the other, being in our hearts, being held and cherished and seen and connected, right? And being in our bodies and feeling that gorgeous energy. Not to say orgasms aren't awesome, but a lot of people can be really attached to that, and then they're taken out of the moment, or they get upset and they can feel rejected, inadequate, resentful, frustrated when that orgasm doesn't come. So then it negates the whole experience and the beauty of connecting with another and being in that gorgeous sexual energy and sharing with another person, giving and receiving their beautiful energy and that connection and the touch, right? Really opening to that. So what is our idea of success in sexuality? And is that, again, based on lack or performance, or a certain way that you feel you need to show up, or your partner needs to show up with you? Again, that's externalizing this idea of success. And let's just explore that. What is success in sacred sexuality? What feels successful? So opening that up, a new understanding of success. And that's really opening a lot up for me as I'm contemplating this, and I'll certainly be exploring that further. But and this is part of why we do this self-pleasuring in the morning. That practice is really letting go of attachment to outcome and coming down into the present moment, connecting more with our own physical bodies, our spiritual energies moving through, and our energy body, right? Connecting more body, mind, spirit with our sexual energy and our flow. Really moving into that more than attachment to an outcome, attachment to orgasm. So that really helps to break all of that up and change, again, our understanding of success and what sexuality and sexual encounters are all about. So just bringing that into the discussion. We're hitting about 14 minutes. I like to keep the quickies under 15, right? So I think I will wrap it up, and that's just again for some self-reflection and, supporting us to bring it in, continuously coming back into our hearts, bringing it into our truth, into our authentic energy, not based on what society has told us successful is. When we can let go of that shit, we're going to find so much freedom and liberation. And I know it's an ongoing process because I continue to move into it more and more all the time, right? And discover more and more ways that I have that it's sneakily been holding on, like the pilgrimage thing, just that's an example. And just like, oh, I can even let go of that more now, which brings more freedom and liberation because it's not attached to a pilgrimage being filled with so many people. And that's a huge thing, right? That's a huge thing to achieve and to bring about, right? Versus just like, whew, let's just come into more self-love. That's my success, right? That's success. So for me right now, that's where I'm moving into, and it's just lovely, and it sparked this conversation. So there's the 15 minutes. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Please visit the rest of my YouTube channel to support you on your sacred sexuality journey and your spiritual path. Visit my website for so many more resources, sessions, pilgrimages, programs, upcoming community events. We've got some amazing things going on each month. So check that out. And I'm so grateful again for your presence. And yeah, this just feels so exciting to be here and to be sharing with you all and continuing to move through and to step into new understandings of success and connection with you all. So thank you so much. I love you and hope you have a gorgeous day. Bye.